call Law Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect Akim. I want to get into the ancient hatred of Israel and Esau and show you how the animosity that the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the main demographic, if you will, of the Israelites, not including, of course, the scattered, the dispersed of Israel and the confusion of faces, but the general prototype of an Israelite belonging to those three demographics, that why they have such an animosity with the so-called white man, who is the descendants of the progenitor Esau. Okay, and this goes back to pretty much the inception of mankind. All right, going back to the garden, to the serpent and the woman. Okay, the woman being Israel. So we're going to get these precepts, just a few of them, that reference that ancient hatred. Is in Genesis 25, and this is in association with the progenitors, the main forefather of the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the so-called white men. All right, this is in Genesis 25 and 22. And the children struggled together within her. Let's start at 21. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife because she was barren. And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay, these 2 children were the progenitors of the nations of Edom and Israel. Okay, and the twins, during their care, during when Rebekah was carrying them during the pregnancy, there was many complications, if you will, with the probably fucking her stomach felt probably like it was fucking upside down. That's a term that they use when you have abdominal cramps or some shit like that, and your stomach's all fucked up, stomach pains and shit like that, abdominal pain. And why? Because those children were struggling together within her. Okay. Salakia for not know exactly where this is, but the brother Barak always breaks down how there's a word that goes into how the twins were wrestling. Okay. They were actually grappling each other in the womb. Because when you go into this word struggle, it means literally to break or to bruise. All right. Let me see if... Yeah, I had checked it out right here. Struggled together. And maybe he went to the root word. Oh no, it says it's a primitive root. But this is Strong's H75533. It means to crush, to break, or to bruise. Okay? Literally or figuratively, to crack in pieces. So they were really going at it in the womb, man. Struggling together within her. And then we're going to get it too, how spiritual that word bruise is, in reference to these 2 going at it, just as it's referenced in Genesis 3 and 15. But let's finish it off. It says, And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. So the two twins, the two nations, the two children, one being Esau and the other being Jacob, it's telling, Yahweh is telling her that there are two separate nations of people in his womb, in her womb. Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And when you look at this word in the blue letter, it goes back to a distinct, this is a distinct concept of being completely divided, okay? It goes into, in the Strong's definition for separated, to be severed, okay? So there was a complete severance from the likeness and the just as it's going to go into the likeness of these two people, these two nations, okay? So be severed from their bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger, okay? So Esau and Jacob, going back to the womb, all right? And even preceding that, but this ancient hatred goes back into the origins of our forefathers, of the progenitors of our nations, of Esau and of Israel and Edom. Okay, this is in Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay, so this hatred of the so-called white man unto Jacob, unto the Israelites, is it's deep-seated. Okay, it's literally ingrained within the DNA and the makeup of every Edomite. Okay, every authentic fucking so-called white man, woman, and child. All right. Thus, you had all the conflicts between us going from our inceptions, man, to this day, okay, and really manifested itself during this the last this transatlantic slave trade, man, and colonialism. What is that other word? Slovakia. It's not really the one. It's when the conquistadors went around. What is that word? His conquests. It's another C word. But another term that they reserve for him is the fucking colonizer. Okay, during that whole campaign when he went around fucking rape, robbing, and murdering the inhabitants of the earth. Okay, his hatred manifested itself. It reared its ugliest head during that time when it said those atrocities that were done to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans rivaled any other devastation and destruction that was done to any other people in the history of mankind, man. Okay? The crimes against humanity that he performed against us. All right? That is dwarfs any other oppression that any other peoples have gone through. All right? And that's biblical. But that's straight out of the history books, man. But that was prophesied before it went down. So this hatred and this animosity is fucking. It's on the highest level imaginable, man. The two staunchly fucking adverse people against each other. You can't get any more of a confrontation, man. And that's why Esau and Jacob are the two main players, the protagonist and antagonist of the scriptures. All right, this is in Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay, so Esau, Edom, has a perpetual hatred against Israel. Okay, that was hardwired in them from their creation, man. This is in Genesis 3:15. It says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All right. And the subject, the person who is being spoken to in this verse is between the subject is the serpent, and that's found right up here in the 14th verse. It says, and Yahweh power said unto the serpent. Okay, so he's speaking to the serpent right now, and he just said that he's going to put enmity between him, the serpent, and the woman. Okay, and between thy seed and her seed, indicator that the woman is not referred to as a female, some random female, or Eve, as is the misconception in the church, so-called Christian church, the fucking harlot house. Okay, these motherfuckers who fumbled the book. All right, but it is indeed in reference to the nation of Israel, because a woman can't have seed. All right, and then it refers to the woman in the masculine possessive, his. The woman, it says, thou shalt bruise his heel. Okay. So, and then we're going to get in these scriptures how, because there's many references to the woman, even Esau's fucking Edomites, these Edomite scholars, biblical scholars, and commentators in the scriptures have, they know that Israel is referred to as a woman time and time again. It's almost interchangeable in many different contexts in the scriptures, man. All right, let's get a couple. Jeremiah 6:2. Jeremiah 6:2. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Okay. So the woman is in reference to Israel. All right. And enmity is hatred. All right. So this goes back to pretty much the inception of mankind. Okay. Israel, the nation of Israel, and the serpent's seed, which is Esau, Edom. Okay, it goes into in Revelation that old serpent. All right, the devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They are the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan on the earth. All right, the wicked. All right. Finishing off, and because Yahweh being the power of the princes, okay, Israel being the princes of the power. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to be the one from where we get our traits and characteristics. Okay, if you being the son or the progeny of a father, okay, would not you embody his traits and characteristics? All right, that such is the case for Israel. So the enemies of the Heavenly Father are the enemies of Israel, and vice versa. Okay, scriptures talk about David, King David went in, don't I hate them that hate thee? All right. So the enemies of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are the enemies of Israel. Okay, and this is going into that ancient hatred, man, between us. In Exodus 17:16, for he said, because Yahweh hath sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay, going into that ancient hatred, man. This is an animosity and a conflict that is ingrained within the fiber of our very being. Okay, war with Amalek for generation to generation. All right, until this motherfucker gets exterminated. And that's what it's going to culminate into. This ultimate ancient beef that Israel and Edom have against each other is going to culminate in Israel turning Esau into stubble. All right. Let's see. It says he will have war with Amalek. Okay. It's pretty general. It just means the battle, warfare, to fight. Okay, i.e. the engagement of battle and war. Fucking fighting, man. All right. Which is the result of hatred. And we're going to get this real quick to show you Amalek is Dwar in the Valley, the son of Eliphaz and grandson of Esau. Okay, and this is the point. The chief of an Idumean tribe. Okay, so Esau, one of the chief tribes, if you will, the elite, the top tribe of the nation of Edom, of the Edomites, is Amalekites, man. Okay, showing you that that's Esau. Amalek is Esau, man, the chief of Esau. And Yahweh just told you that he has war against these motherfuckers from generation to generation. Okay? So the creator of the universe has hatred against them that was that we got that hatred and animosity from the Heavenly Father, man. That's the true source of that ancient hatred. Okay? That the elders and apostles have been breaking down so astutely, okay, for the last fucking 30, 40 years, revealing these mysteries that the Most High has loosed the seal upon, okay? The mystery of that old serpent, all right? Fucking Esau, Edom. The one who can't help it, who just can't help but to hate the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? it's being revealed who this man is, and his fate. Okay, that he was hiding. This motherfucker was hiding in the scriptures the whole time. Why do you think it constantly goes into this mystery being revealed? It goes into this nigga being uncovered and being made bare, being exposed, man. All right, and this is one of the main components to the progression of prophecy, the prophetic timeline. One of the main components of that is the exposure of the son of perdition, man. Okay, and his ancient hatred to the woman, to Israel. That is going to culminate in his greatest offensive, his climax against the nation of Israel is going to be during Jacob's trouble, when this motherfucker comes down with great wrath. Okay, but then he's going to be met with destruction, serve out his 1,000-year bid, and then he's going to be burnt to crisp, to stubble. Okay, he's going to be eradicated from the universe. All right, and that's when that ancient beef will be settled through the Spirit. But really, when we're revealed to be the sons of the living power during this final destruction, man. Okay. So with that, all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakah Kadash.